If your sourdough starter is only doubling, then you need to try these few tips. After all, a good sourdough bread starts with a strong active starter. Hi, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, my name is Shem. I would say my number one tip is I don't store my starter in the fridge. Out of sight is out of mind. I used to do that before and I realized it was counterproductive. The fridge slows down the starter until you're ready to bake, and over time I noticed my sourdough starter will get weak. My aim is not just a good active starter, but a strong active sourdough starter, and I can't do or achieve that with my starter in the fridge. If your starter is not in the fridge, that means you have to feed it. But just don't feed it. When a starter is fed, it will gradually peak, then start to decline or go down. I usually wait till the starter is halfway down. In fact, if you pay attention, there is a level your starter will always stop when it goes down. Instead of counting hours, I just let the sourdough starter show me. I started a new starter on the 10th of April, and this is how it is going. Maintain the feeding recipe. After my sourdough starter became active, I maintained the same feeding ratio, 1:4:2. 1 tablespoon starter, 4 tablespoon flour, and I use all-purpose flour, 2 tablespoon water. I live in a hot and humid climate, so my ratios are interesting. I pay a lot of attention to my starter's reaction to the weather, not just ratios. Life is easier with spoons. I find measuring spoons faster than using a scale, especially since I'm feeding my starter daily. Whether I'm scaling up or down, it's just easy for me. The same feeding recipe will keep your starter growing strong. I measure the strength of my starter by how long it takes it to peak, how long it holds the peak before it starts to drop, and the level of the peak, meaning is it doubling, tripling, or even going higher. There are moments when your starter outgrows the feeding ratio and you will need to readjust, and that's a discussion for another day. Keep your mother's starter separate. This goes without saying, but I too have made that mistake. I keep my sourdough discard in the fridge, but my mother's starter stays on the counter. I do not play with my mother's starter, especially if I want consistency in my baked breads. My in-kitchen small bakery business has been growing, and one thing my customers want is consistency. On bake days, I only take out the amount of starter I need to feed to prep for baking orders. Please allow me to appreciate you, my subscribers and loyal community. Thank you for your support and patience, for I know I have not been consistent on this platform. Plus, I took a long quiet break. The beginning of the year, or should I say the first quarter, was not easy. I lost my mom in the first week of January, then my dad in the first week of April. They were both aging parents around their 90s. As one of their caregivers, I had a lot to do. Also, my small business just happened to be picking up at the same time. This is not an excuse, but just carrying you along so you know it wasn't intentional. I am so glad my niece decided to walk with me, and that's quite a bit of a relief. Thank you for patiently waiting for me. And I would say the last tip is especially for those in the hot climate like me. Let's say you feed your starter in the morning and you notice by late afternoon your starter has already peaked and dropped way down. Don't feed it. Just stir the starter and allow it. It will rise again. This prevents you overfeeding, which leads to weakening your starter. And this will also allow you to feed it at the right usual time. And for me, that's in the night before going to bed. If you have any tips, I would love to hear them in the comment section. I also look forward to hearing from my community as well.
There's a first for everything, like her hand holding mine.